Kelly Broder. I am a junior at BU studying journalism and women's gender and sexuality studies. So that puts me in the class of 2027. So I work for Boston Globe magazine. The official title, I guess, of the co-op that I'm working in is magazine, food, travel, and address. I'm split between the magazine desk and then food and travel. So I'm able to pitch stories to food and travel when I can, but then most of my work is at the magazine desk, which is really fun. So I'm responsible for writing the week ahead column, which is 5 things to do around Boston. And then also a bunch of fact checking for the perspective and connections columns, and then more administrative payroll tasks and office duties and things like that. And then I'm also able to pitch stories to the columns in the magazine when I can as well. So I feel like it's a well-rounded position. Honestly, a big part of why I considered BU in the first place was because of BU's close proximity to the Globe, but also because of the journalism department chair, Brian McGrory. I took his news writing class, and that was really, really great. So just sort of hearing about the different projects that he oversaw and his time at the Globe was really, really cool. And when I heard about the co-op program, I was like, oh my gosh, this would be a really cool way just to learn more about the industry and get some more experience hands-on. And, that's always valuable, no matter what career you go into. So I was excited to apply and very thankful that it's worked out. And yeah, I've been having a lot of fun there so far. So any sort of professional experience like the co-op program will satisfy the CO 575 requirement, which is definitely for the journalism program, but I believe all of COM has that requirement. So the Globe counts for that, which is nice. It's a 0 credit requirement that needs to be fulfilled by the end of senior year to graduate. So far I've had one story published in the food section, and that was kind of a lighthearted, kind of funny story about the secret thoughts that baristas have, their takes on your orders. Hopefully this story will be published soon. I can talk a little bit about it. For the connections column of Boston Globe magazine, I recently wrote a story about my grandmother. It's nice because there's a lot of room for different topics that I can pursue. So I'm trying my hand in different areas that I might not usually. So it's cool. Something that Brian McGrory always says is just get the reps in, just keep writing, just get those reps in. And I think that that's a huge piece of advice that's very helpful. Wherever you are in your journalism career, the industry is welcome and it's open to you. And I think a really, really important thing about journalism is having a diverse newsroom. And I think any good journalist would agree with that 100%. And if you think that journalism isn't the place for you, or you feel like you haven't had a voice elsewhere, this is really the time to break into the industry. And I think that the news cycle will really benefit from your voice. So I really encourage everybody out there to either take up a minor or a major, and it'll help you really in whatever career you end up pursuing, whether it's journalism or otherwise. But